An 89-year-old woman is violently attacked. 3 young people placed in closed educational centers, which is how much different than prison and for some reason was more necessary and justifiable. I don't know. I feel like these guys should have gone to jail, but CEC very much doesn't feel like it sounds like jail. I think bottom line, if you attack somebody, you shouldn't be allowed to go back into public, whether or not it be house or actual correctional facility type of arrest. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video for the day. We're going back into the good old dumpster fire known as r/iamatotalPOS because Thanos might have had a bad idea, but I feel like there could have been ways to tweak it to actually make it somewhat useful. Maybe instead of dusting half population at random, just dust the people that wind up in these videos. If you guys would like to be absolutely amazing, show your support, see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up them wholesome internet discussions, and if you have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on them notifications. Okie dokie, let go. The sheriff's office said the Snapchat video was narrated by this person and showed a small raccoon in the dumpster, looking at the camera. Officials said it was not showing any signs of aggression. However, this person was heard describing it as mean. Other video clips showed this person hosing down the dumpster, which appeared to be smoking, according to his arrest affidavit. Meanwhile, this person could be heard narrating, "We just toasted this A. Who's hungry?" The camera pointed towards the dumpster, showing charred remains of the animal. It really does suck that when people have some kind of animal that they just don't want, they can either decide to just simply let it out and let it run off, or you can be like these sick people and decide to do very inhumane things to it. And you know what? I like raccoons, honestly. They're fat, they eat trash, they like to just chill, and much unlike all three of myself. And you know what? Just whenever I see them, I always kind of think, hey, that's a little cute guy, plus they have thumbs, which is kind of cool. U.S. soldier was way over the alcohol limit when she fatally struck a group of kids, cops say. An American soldier is under house arrest inside the U.S. Air Force Aviano Air Base in northern Italy after fatally striking a 15-year-old boy who was walking with friends on a pedestrian trail early Sunday morning. Investigators say the 20-year-old female soldier had 4 times the alcohol level in her blood when the accident took place. I don't think it'll ever register or make sense in my mind how there can be some people who, when they have a whole bunch of alcohol, they just get the comfy drunk like myself. If I find a place I can fit, I will sit and be content with my own existence. Meanwhile, on the other end of that spectrum, we have people like this soldier where they'll just get absolutely belligerent and violent. And I have absolutely no idea how some people can be comfy and some people can be violent. It's just something just doesn't click in my mind. And the caption was somebody expecting the soldier to not get any jail time. Yet no, I'll tell you this right now. Everybody in the comments was saying that you were very much incorrect. Military, if you make the military look bad while in another country, yeah, they don't care about who you are. They will throw the book at you and you will get justice served on you. This just in, an Indianapolis man will spend the rest of his life in prison after a jury found him guilty of multiple acts of SA against a young child over the span of 6 years, and he got 180 years for it. I don't think I'll ever understand how there can be so many people that do this thing, find out that it's a bad thing, but think that they can get away with it, and then they get caught. I don't think I'll ever understand anyone's motive of why people still do it. Oh, hey, yeah, no, I think I can get away with this if I'm slick enough. No, stop it. If you do something like this, you should not be allowed to be around kids whatsoever, and that includes just generally being outside. So, yeah, no, you should go away for a very long time, if not indefinitely.
Get this to 1 million, and I delete the tweet.
Ah yes, off of that caption alone, that should be a definite factor saying that this tweet is a very much a beneficial part of human society, and this is a great example of the winning sperm cell, huh?
If someone tries to do that bad thing to you, that doesn't give you the right to freaking end them. People defending that disgust me. Your life is not in danger. 99.9999% of women don't die from that. If you end the man in a situation, you should be charged with it. Hashtag pro-life, hashtag repeal the second.
It really is sad that there are people out there that really do believe that any clout is good clout. It's very much not. I don't know how many brain cells you thought were supposed to take off vacation, but all of them just did a walkout strike on you. And for anybody that's having that happen to them, do whatever you feel is necessary to get away. That includes hitting the cheap seats, clawing eyes, whatever you feel is absolutely necessary. And I'm not sure if it's still relevant, but I remember a while back people were always saying you're supposed to shout fire, not really like help me, that kind of thing. Because for some reason, people will look more so towards the word fire than they would for help me, and that kind of is very, very sad. Stuff like this, unfortunately, happening on a very, very common basis is just making me more so want to get a camera for my front porch whenever I get packages delivered, just out of sheer concern, because I'm always going to think I'm going to get, eventually, that type of delivery employee that just frickin' yeets my package. And, yeah, sometimes I have stuff in there that can break. So, no, please do not do that, ever. If it's hot out and you don't want to deal with the heat for too long, you know what? That's called leaving your windows up and having the AC cranking. Broward man is arrested for leaving dead animals at this school's memorial. A man is facing multiple charges after placing dead animals at the Parkland Memorial outside of this high school. Perpetrator, 29, faces charges of disfiguring a monument, violation of probation for battery, violation of a risk protection order, and 5 charges of indecent exposure. The sheriff's office detectives said that during their investigation, they noticed that the man had a fascination with school events. Detectives said on July 20th, a school crossing guard discovered a dead duck with its chest cavity cut open on a bench at this garden. On July 21st, the school crossing guard found a dead raccoon with the same memorial bench, and on July 31st, a deputy found a dead possum on the bench. Parkland deputies spotted the vehicle, which had illegal window tint, and a traffic stop was conducted. The deputy said this person was the only person in the car, and the deputy saw bird feathers and blood on the front passenger's floorboard. This person told the deputy that he had dead birds in his car because he likes the metal and blood smell that emits from the dead animals, according to the report. As detectives continued with the investigation, they found photos of the dead animals on this person's phone. They said Blank's facial tattoos resemble those of this person, the character from the television series American Horror Story based on the Columbine High School massacre. They said they also found text messages about school shoot and interest searches about school shoots. Look, if you want to get a facial tattoo, that's all you, but I kind of feel like when you do that, though, you very much give up the ability to do any type of crime and thinking you can get away with it, because if you honestly think you can get away with it, but all they need to do to find you is say, look for the dude with the giant facial tattoo of this description, it's not exactly gonna work out for you. And it was already creepy with the dead animals, but you had to go and target the whole events where the bad things happened at the schools. This dude's very much one of those cases where I would sit down with some popcorn to try to hear out how he thought this was gonna work out. Like, I'm not much for exactly for interrogation videos, but this one I would probably check out. Ah yes, you know, from good old segue from creepy a-holes to a-hole a-holes. Look, I have auxiliary lights on my Gladiator, but you know what? I have the common decency to not have them on while I'm driving. And for context, those are not reverse lights. Dude's definitely heading down a highway driving forward, but for some reason, he absolutely thought it was perfectly fine to have bright LED, or whatever the halogen ones, I'm not sure, really bright auxiliary lights pointing out the back and turning on. Those ones, like, the lights are perfectly fine if you're stopped at a campsite because you need to see, but it's not okay if you're driving down the road. I really do hope that the dude was reported, because all they needed to report them was the photo, and with the person's license plate, the police can take care of the rest, hopefully, because I would very much appreciate not being flashbanged while on the highway doing 75 to 85. Dad abandons son, who's 5 years old, at school after discovering he is not his father. A man in China reportedly refused to care for his son after discovering he's not actually his biological offspring and left him at preschool. A kid is a kid. You don't neglect them just because they're not yours. If your wife cheated on you and your kid isn't yours, you don't take it out on the kid. Get the kid home and you have a talk with the wife. Don't take any type of anger relating to an affair out on an innocent child. It's very much not a humane thing to do in any way, shape, or form. Police insert stick up a man's rectum to give him electric shocks and pay him 100 of whatever currency that is. Sorry, I suck at symbols. Later. 5 policemen have been booked for allegedly hurting a man they arrested in connection with cattle slaughter cases. The victim's mother said the policeman shoved a stick inside the man's rectum and gave him repeated electric shocks. She added that the policeman paid him 100 before releasing him after they realized they arrested the wrong person. You know, you would kind of think that if you're going to be going after somebody, you confirm that it's actually that person before you get to the shoving stuff up their butt phase. Although, why the shove up the butt? If you get an electric shock, I'm fairly certain on exterior skin layers is the same feeling as internal. That just still is weird. That doesn't sound right at all. But with that last example as to why a decent amount of the human race doesn't deserve breathing, that's gonna have to be it with the video. If you guys would like to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up them wholesome internet discussions, and if you have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on them notifications. I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.